No, but like, you know how when people say, "Oh, when the kids are gone and out of the house, I'm just gonna walk around naked." Like, that's not me. I can't do that.
All right. Well, now that Robin shared that with the stream, thank you,
They probably
Notham.
can't hear me.
Thank you, Notham, for the resub. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yes, we were talking about. I just mentioned that I'm a person who's uncomfortable not wearing a shirt, and Robin said me too. Then I started laughing because generally women. Anyway, you guys get it. So yes, welcome to the show. All things fantasy grounds talk shows meant to teach and help, but the opinions stated by those of us on the show are not that of either Smiteworks USA LLC or Fantasy Grounds or DM's Guild or the Forge or anything. It's just us. Now we're having a special thing tonight, you guys. Last minute change. You guys I didn't even know this was going to happen. But before we get to our special guest and the reason that it's special, let's talk to our co-host, who, by the way, Fury Fate will be in the chat, but she's not feeling well, so she will not be on the voice tonight, but she's in the chat. But Drake, how are you?
Doing good. I had a good Sunday. Invigorating.
Would you say you ate 65 pounds of mulch? What happened?
Spread 65 pounds of mulch around with a couple of friends of mine today. Yeah.
Nice.
She spread mulch, air quotes.
And yeah, speaking of spreading mulch, how are you, Robin?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Drake never asked me. So our special guest tonight is Mad Nomad. How are you, sir?
Hey, doing good, thanks.
Excellent. Now, the reason we have Mad Nomad on the show tonight is he has made a thing, and most of you will find this very exciting. Some of you will find it very exciting, even if you don't think it's very exciting. You're still going to find it exciting. So I'm going to actually create a new campaign here because I learned my lesson. 5e... I don't know. Let's call it All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show Campaign. And I'm going to make it the 5e rule set. So what we're going to be showing off tonight is something that you've all been asking for years and years and years, from me specifically, the Rob Twohy module updater. Now, this was created by Mad Nomad with a little help from Maticuri on the side. And what this will do is what we're going to show you. And yeah, exactly. So this is not quite available yet. It probably will be tomorrow. But before you get too excited, this is only the purple covered items. This is not everything on the DM's Guild. It's only my personal things. And Mad Nomad's going to be here to help me when I make mistakes and say wrong shit. So here's what it looks like. When you first load it into the campaign, it's going to have all the Rob Twohy purple covered items, right? So everything I've ever done for like 7 years, including all the codings and the Unknown Whom and then Robin's all the rest and everything and all that stuff. So it's all here. And I obviously own it all. So what will happen is if you own it, it will show that you own it. If you don't own it, you can go to the store and, you can click on a link and go and it'll it'll show you, and you can go buy it, whatever it is. So that's if you want to do it. Why DM's Guild always takes so long? I don't understand. Okay, well anyway, that's how that works. So so then if you don't own it, it'll say no here. And then if it needs to be updated, it'll have a yellow star. Now, the very first time you load this, it will all have all yellow stars on stuff you own, because what this does is it loads it into Fantasy Grounds, into your particular campaign, but it does not load it here in these module areas. So you know how this is always crowded full of crap? Well, with all the stuff that I've done, it won't actually be in here, although it will be in the campaign. So how does that work? Let's show you. I'm going to actually go through and uncheck a bunch of these so that it doesn't go nuts and load in 5,000 things. Because if you were to load everything, like I could do that, and it would just take a couple minutes, and you'd get that yellow circle, right? Because it takes so long. But if I just do a few, like let's do here, I'll even just do the spells, the spell coding, because that's pretty popular. And I'll just do that one only. Let me go down and uncheck. So as I'm doing this, if you see down here on the bottom left
Why
there.
don't you click that uncheck all button there, Rob? Right there.
What? No, where's that? I don't see it.
Mad's going to add it. He's going to add it.
He's going to, Mad Momad's going to add that by the end of the show. He'll have it done. Yeah, that actually would be a. I didn't.
Why would you ever do it that way, other than this? So.
Yeah, exactly. So now I just have the one checked. So now if I click this button, load new data and close, it's going to do exactly that. It's going to load that module only, and then it's going to close this window. So you see the blue circle. So it shouldn't take that long at all, because I just did one.
And the latest version of that module, by the way, whether you have it or not.
Is what?
Well, I'm just saying it's going to load the latest one, just to clarify that, right? Not the one you own, but the latest one on the DM's Guild.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So, right, this does not, yeah, okay, well, so we'll get to that. So now, if you ever want that window back, like, hey, that window's gone, I want to see it again. So now I'm going to type in the chat /Rob Twohy, ROB2E, like that. And on stream, it might be hard to see, but not my full name, but the ROB2E, like you guys want. Now I hit enter, boom. Look at that, it's back. Now, shouldn't those stars all be gone? I don't know. Maybe I don't know how to work this. Oh no, I see. Yeah. Okay, so
it's
I
only the one you.
Oh, it's only the one I loaded. Now, so here's a new button under the manual. So let me click that, and then here's the reference manual for the spell codings, right? So that's there. Now here, watch. It's not listed here. It's not here, but it is here, because if I go to the spell list, there it is. With the same thing, and he put R2EMU, which I'm assuming is Rob2E manual updater, so you're not used to seeing that, but that sort of indicates that it's there, but it's not actually loaded in this, but it is there, and they're all there. Look, 11 pages of spells, so it's all there. So it's just in the same thing. It's all works the same. So now you can do that with anything. Now, there is a video for this. There will be a video available for this to walk you through what I'm walking you through now, but maybe a little more detail. And then also, if you need help, basically the instructions are here with this help info button. And then this button is, if you click it, it'll only show you, this window will only pop up if there's an update needed that you need to. And when there's an update, that just means I've made a change on something. You don't need to go to the DM's Guild and download it. All you need to do is click this button again, and it'll reload in. So this is sort of a, like, hey, I'm sick of going to the DM's Guild and downloading stuff. Well, so for anything that has a purple cover on it, you won't have to do that anymore. Now, what did I miss?
I'm trying to feed my $20 bill in somewhere. Where do I feed it in?
You can't yet. You can't. It hasn't been approved. I've submitted it, but it's Sunday, right? So those people at Smiteworks aren't working on Sunday. They're not going to approve. So it's probably going to be tomorrow. But I already do have the link. I do have the link already, which I will give you guys to bookmark if you'd like to do that. Let's go here. Let's do it. Let's go show it. Let's do it. It's called Rob Twohy Module Updater Store Page, which is going to say item not found. So here's the link. It's item number 675. So you guys can bookmark that. But again, it's not going to be there till it's approved, which I'm assuming will be sometime before midday tomorrow.
$25? How much?
Oh my God, what is this? Hold on, I got to show this. Yeah, it's $40. No, it's going to be $10. Everybody, look outside. Everybody, look. What is that?
Rain.
Well, it is. Oh, I guess that's just dry patches. I thought there was some sort of special gray snow. I didn't know what was happening. Okay, it freaked me out.
No.
It freaked me out. 121, Robin. 121. So,
Listen.
so no, not that. So, Mad, what did I miss?
Oh man, I think you covered pretty much everything.
What the hell are you here for? Then? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know. No reason.
So,
I mean, I guess you mentioned that it's based, it's based on the modules you have in your folder, so you do need to have them in your Fantasy Grounds folder
right.
to know which ones you own.
Yes, so this is all completely based on what you own, which is why it will say here owned. So you do have to have these modules purchased from the DM's Guild, and they have to be in your hard drive folder. Otherwise, it'll say no there. Instead of owned, it'll say no, and then give you the opportunity to go buy it if you want. But I think I don't know how many. I didn't count, but I think there's like maybe 30, or I can't remember how many there are. There's 30 some. Actually, I can tell you how many there are. 1 second. Modules. They all start with Rob Twohy, so let's count. So there are 50, not 30. Wow. So there's 50. So what are your questions, everybody?
So how does it update? When does it know to update? Like as soon as you start your campaign, it says it parses DM's Guild or whatever. It pings them or whatever.
I told you, Mad. I told you.
I can answer that in a simple way. I guess.
Go ahead.
Every time you load the campaign, it's going to be tied to the Forge updates. So it updates the extensions. Now, the extension will know whenever there's a change to any of these modules. And just through the normal Forge extension upgrade process, the extension will update with that information. Then when you load your campaign, this window will pop up saying, hey, we've detected that there's been Rob's done an edit somewhere in one of the modules, and it'll show you which module has been updated, and then give you the opportunity to load the new data in. It's all magic beyond that.
Right, and again, what'll happen?
It's
like
it's
a
magic. Teleporter or something.
So what'll happen is, like, let's say I update the spells, right? So what'll happen is you'll come in here and the star will be back, and then you'll go, oh, okay, and then you just go down and click this load new data and close, and that will bring in the new information, and then you have it, and that's it. So so you no longer
for DM Guild only stuff.
Well, it's only for it's definitely only for DM's Guild stuff. Yeah, Forge things are not listed here. So these are all modules, not extensions, right? So don't get confused. It's not the Team Twohy stuff. It's only the purple covered Rob Twohy modules that are on DM's Guild. And this is what everybody's been screaming about. Like, why do I have to, if you update, why do I have to, because here in the Discord, in my Discord, I have a channel that nobody ever pays attention to. It says DM's Guild updates, and it tells you, it says, how can I tell what's been updated lately? Click here and organize that list by clicking on the word updated. So you have to go to the DM's Guild, to your library, and you gotta
update all that stuff now.
And I've been training DMs, especially DMs that DM me personally in a game on Friday or Saturday. I've tried to train them to go there every Thursday or every Wednesday before the campaign. Go here, click updated only, and then look for anything that I did. Like here, the Fantasy Grounds Complete Offensive Package threat fields, right? And, well, that's not mine, but that's a Rob Twohy thing. And then go, when was that updated? Oh, and if that said like June 1st, you'd be like, oh, I haven't got the latest copy, and then download it. So that's what you had to do. Yeah,
and then you're like, oh crap, I bought that on the Forge. Crap, I need to get that out of there.
Don't confuse people, Drake. God damn it, don't confuse people. So
it's a module. Never mind.
So And every day in Discord, every single day in Discord, I get a complaint from somebody. Rob, there's this mistake in this thing. And then I'm like, well, I fixed that 2 weeks ago. Did you update it? And they go, oh, no, I didn't update it. So then I say, okay, thank you. And they go update it. So, but with formerly and currently, anything that's on the DMs Guild that needs to be updated, you have no idea that's happening unless you go check. Does it need updating? And I used to, like years ago, I used to have a channel and I would type in the Discord channel, hey, I updated this on May 31st. And that got to be, 500 things. It get to be crazy. I couldn't do it anymore. So now, in particular let me just further show a visual picture of what I'm talking about here. So, Rob Twohy. Anything with not the PDFs, but anything with a purple, and not in packages, but individual items. But you guys know what I mean by purple cover. The only two exceptions would be Unknown Whom and Unknown Whom 2 don't have purple covers, but that's part of what's in there. But yeah, anything with these covers like this, those can all be updated with this thing now, and you don't have to go to DM's Guild and re-download them. You can if you want to keep the current file in your hard drive, but the whole idea is that this makes it so you don't have to do that. But I don't want people to be confused. So anything on DM's Guild with a purple cover, which is basically what's in this list, is and the other way to look at that is any product on DM's Guild that I've done myself that wasn't a collaboration, isn't any of these other 400 adventures that I've converted for people. It's just my stuff. Because that's what gets updated most often, and quite frankly, sometimes daily, right? Like I'm always tweaking and updating stuff. So now with this thing, which by the way is sold on the Forge, not on DM's Guild, this will allow you to just sort of magically keep track of all that without having to screw with it. I clumsily explain that, but I think people will get the idea. Now, has there been questions in chat that I missed?
Okay, so I got a couple from chat. So from Pave the World, there's a question. If I have a customized table, by adding stuff to it, will the table get wiped out by this updating process?
Yes.
So there's...
Isn't that right, Mad?
Not entirely. It depends what he means by that. So if you copy a table, and like for example, if you go to your tables or whatever, right, you can create a new table in this campaign.
Right. Yeah, I always recommend to make copies of tables that you are going to make adjustments to.
And in fact, I think you kind of have to. I don't even know if you can actually modify the code of a module.
It depends on how the module is exported. Some modules can be exported with like read-only checked, basically, and then you can't edit those modules at all without making copies of the entries. But some modules can be exported by the author to be editable, basically, where you can just edit the text in the module.
And as a rule, all of my products are not marked read-only because I want people to be able to change stuff and add stuff.
So, I mean, an easy solution, though, is you can just take that table and drag it into the uncategorized section, which will make a copy of it.
Right. I'm going to show that now. As soon as it loads. I'm loading. Oh, man. Oh, wow. I mean, I just have to show. It's just coming down out there. Look at this. It's just coming down.
To answer the question, I think more specifically, from my experience, and this might not be the case anymore because I haven't done it in a while, but in my experience, if you are editing the text directly of a module without making a hard copy of it for yourself, basically, if you're editing it from the module and then you update that module, I believe, but I could be wrong, so take this with a grain of salt, but I believe that the new module will not take effect, i.e. be reverted or whatever, until you close that module in Fantasy Grounds and reopen it, or right-click and revert changes. So I think your changes will be fine until you close that module in that campaign and reopen it, or revert the changes.
Right,
but like I said, I could be wrong.
Assuming they're making changes, they want those to be permanent. So
right.
So here's for an example. Here's the critical hit table, right? The thing. So what you would do is, in the case of the person that wants to make edits, like say, oh, Rob, 200's not enough. I want to have 300. I'm going to add 100 of my own. Well, okay, fine. Send it to me. I'll publish it. But what you would do is you would copy that table, right? And this would be that table. You can tell because there's a blank here. You take that and then you would edit that you would edit that and have that be your own table. Now watch. Now when I go down here, Rob Twohy, and I'm gonna unload that. Right? And I click this button. Remember, it always takes a second because that has to go through everything and be like, am I loading you? No, I'm not loading you. Am I loading you? Yeah, I'm going to load you. No, and I'm not loading you. It's checking. So now these are all going to disappear. I don't think I can. Whoops, yep, I got the white screen here, so we got to wait. Be patient. Don't try to click shit, Rob, while you got the yellow circle, blue circle.
I gotta confess, we haven't tested unloading nearly as much as we've tested loading. So.
No. But my guess is that the 4 tables that I'm unloading will go away, but the one that I just drug and copied, it'll still be there. So let's give this yellow or this blue circle. Wow! You guys can't hear this, but it is raining so hard outside that it is like making a loud noise in my house, and like it's just really. I don't know if on stream you can see. I don't know if you guys can see that. Like right here, you can see the drop. I don't know if you guys can see that, but anyway, it's freaking me out.
Yeah,
it's fun. I love it. Rain. I got a generator. Oh, I was wrong. What happened? I was totally wrong. That table's gone.
I thought that was going to work too. Let's check. Hit the drop down there for a second. Just curious, any categories in there? Huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
so good.
Interesting. Okay, well, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, so this is good to know because that did totally 100% take that table away, which it should not have. So we'll have to look into that. Okay, first, but it wouldn't be the show if something didn't go wrong, you guys. That's how it happens.
Okay, you ready for another chat question?
I know how you can fix that though. If you do update something and you want to be sure, export the campaign. You know, you guys know how to export, right? You do you go down here to export in the modules and export the campaign and, pick tables, right? Or whatever. And then save it as a module so that you got a backup of it in case something goes wrong, then you can do it. But Mad will figure out what that is. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Robin.
Okay, so there was another question a while ago. It was actually already addressed and answered in chat, but I figured if we talk about it verbally in case anybody's watching this like on VOD or listening only, they can hear the answer. But the question is from Thelgor, do you have to provide your DM's Guild credentials somewhere so that it can pull the information like the new modules and stuff like that?
No. You have to own the material. The material has to be in your hard drive in your modules folder.
But you don't have to provide.
But you do not have to provide your credentials. No.
Like so there's the answer to that question.
Yes.
And then there was another one which has already been answered on the show, but we'll go over it one more time. Just that someone who just got to the show, where can they get the updater? Where can they buy this product?
Oh yes, the updater will be available. The updater will be available on the Forge. I'm putting the link in the chat right now. It's item number 675. It is currently not there because it hasn't been approved yet. The reason it hasn't been approved is not anything negative. It's just that I only submitted it a few hours ago. Because this all kind of came together. I mean, this was being worked on in the background, and I knew about it, and I was very excited. But it all kind of just came together today. So if you go to it's called Rob Twohy. Showing 1 of 10. Yet I asked for 100. Yeah, I hate this thing. Oh my god, I hate it. I hate it so much. Now if I refresh, yeah, okay. No, I gotta go. Okay, so it's called Rob Twohy Module Updater right here. And if I go to the store page, it just says item not found, but that is the link. It's item number 675. And I'm assuming sometime tomorrow by midday it should be available because it's Sunday. And so, Smiteworks people are all, whatever, eating dinner with their families. Who the hell knows what they're doing?
Doug's going to go up to his office tomorrow and he's going to be like, 40 pings for this thing and it doesn't even exist yet. What the hell?
Yeah. What's the deal?
Okay, there's more questions if you're ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, there's a lot. The chat is like spitfiring them. It's great. So for this question from Diablo Bob, do you need to leave or remove the DM's Guild number on the file names, like in the folder?
I believe the answer is no, but Mad, can you verify that?
Correct. Yeah, it doesn't matter what the thing's actually named in the folder.
Okay. And does it check for duplicates? If there's duplicates in the folder?
I can answer that, and maybe Madman, you can correct me if I'm wrong. If there are duplicates, it will list them here as duplicates.
Actually, no, I don't think it will. It will look for any version of the product. If you have 10 versions of it, it doesn't matter. 'Cause it doesn't actually care what version of the product it has. As long as you have some version of that product, then just update it for you.
Yeah, and the reason I said that was I actually had a 5e conditions ampersand effects, and I had a 5e conditions A and D effects, and they were both listed here. Now, again, that's not the file name. That's not this name. That's the internal name it's called in Fantasy Grounds. So what you would
That was just Rod. That was just a bug in my. That was something to do with my coding, not.
Oh, was it? Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Well, then forget what I said. Everybody, go with him because he's the one that made it. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
So, slightly related, this is a question from myself, because I'm curious and chat probably doesn't care, but Mad Nomad, is it because it's reading like the XML files for the file names of the product, essentially?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so sorry, chat.
Yeah.
Okay, there's another question from Caesar. Will it look in a subfolder of the modules? Folder, for example, Caesar says that I have an unused folder in my module folder with mods that I don't currently use.
No, but once you do this updater and you've got everything, it will register that you for this particular campaign with products that you own, you can then put those modules in your unused folder if you want, so they don't need to be there as long as it's authenticated at least once. And you have to do it once per campaign, but yeah, then after that, you're good.
So, all right, cool, good. So if you do want it to get modules, make sure they're not in subfolders. And then there was one last question, but it looks like a joke question, so we're not going to answer that one. Okay?
And I have a question. What kind of impact does the module or extension have on campaign size? How much would you expect it increases your campaign size?
Not a lot, because essentially, instead of having the modules have to load every time you load your campaign, you're now loading a larger database. So essentially, the the module data is now just part of your database. If that answers your question, I'm not entirely sure if that's.
Yeah, and like I was trying to tell you before the show, most of the things that I've done, not all, but most of them are text. It's just all text. Like all the coding modules, there's no images in there. It's just all text. So it's not a big like, even if you have everything in there, it's not a big amount of stuff.
And the load time too, like what Rob was showing about it taking a while to load. That's a one-time thing per campaign. At that point, it doesn't take any time to load. There's nothing that needs to load. The subsequent times you run it, only if like you're installing new modules or there's been a massive update or something. But yeah, so it won't really add any time there.
And Death OKGH, thank you so much for the follow. I can answer the questions, Ason, about who else on Team Twohy will get it in this process. So don't be confused. This is for modules only, not for extensions. So all of the extensions that still exist on DM's Guild, this cannot be done for those. And all of the extensions on the Forge, you've already got updated automatically. So the answer is nobody. It's not for extensions. It's only for modules. Each and every one of these things listed here is a module rather than an extension. So to get a little deeper for those that might not know, a .mod file rather than a .ext files. This will not work for extension files, as far as I was told by Mad Domad, right?
Right, yeah, this process won't work for those. It only can work for modules. If there are other modules that were part of your team, we could extend it to those in theory. But I don't know if there are other modules.
No, basically all the other team stuff. The reason it's so popular and the reason it's so, I don't know the word prevalent or relevant, is because they are extensions and they're hard to make and as you know, and so like if you go to DM's Guild and look for the Team Twohy thing, like where is that? I don't know. I guess I don't want to scroll through 400 things. I could probably just go type it in. So there is a Team Twohy package. So it's a package. So this is all the and these are all extensions. They might have some modules with them, but they're all basically extensions. I think exclusively. I mean, maybe like actually Mad No or I mean uh, Gaming Buddhists Christopher, but so whatever, I can't remember everybody's screen name anymore. But this is actually an executable file. But yeah, so extension, right? They're all extensions, so they're not modules. Actually, Matakuri's coin conversion for PHP Store is a module. But in order to avoid confusion, I wouldn't even add them in anyway, because I would want it's called the Rob Twohy. I don't mean to be stumbling you guys, but I get the excitement for, hey, if you can do this, why can't you just do everything? I get it, but this is so I won't say never, but at this point it's just going to be the purple color stuff. So that's why I was so specific about saying purple colors, is because it's just my stuff, and it's for modules, not for extensions. So yeah.
So, Rob, in Fantasy Grounds, can you demonstrate in the module like activation library window that you can still allow or disallow players the loading of modules? You know what I'm talking about? Like, so if you hit the activation button here.
That's actually a really good question, Robin. So it doesn't actually support that, right? Because now by adding it this way, you're actually adding it to the database. So anything you add this way will be available to everybody.
Okay.
So yeah.
But can you still on this screen here like disallow players from loading certain modules, or allow them ones that are typically disallowed by default?
No, unfortunately not. This is kind of like all or nothing, and the reason for that is like most of this stuff, I don't think it's stuff that you like want to be secret to the players, But you can still like that could work if you really need to do that. You can just not select that module in this list, and then you'd have the old version, or the manual process of updating for those particular things. I guess like so some of the adventures you might want to do that if you've got Snoopy players who are like gonna go look at stuff, but.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of that you'd want to maybe leave out would be Encounter Creator, Monster Tables, and the Adventures, the Unknown Whom Adventures, which you would just not load, But you, if I'm not mistaken, you can still like, let's see, wait, what do I have loaded here? I have no, what do I have? I have spells. So if I go to load this spells, I can still now. Will this double load it?
It will double load it, but that's why I have the R2EW, whatever it is.
Oh
at the
yeah,
end.
okay. So it'll load it, and then if I actually go to the spells list, that's skills, spells. So it has the.
Well, you load
I absolutely hate that you can't expand this window. I hate that. I've always hated it.
Yeah, just give us like a little slider to like slide that area down.
Oh, I did
and
Acme
back up.
spells.
Would be great. Somebody make that an extension.
I know. I did Acme spells.
Your drop down windows.
Right. I know. Actual drop downs.
So here, this is what I want. So it does double load it, but you have the one I loaded here and the actual module loaded, and then the one that's sort of in the background. Okay. So, but yeah, so.
And Rob, just so one, that follow up on that last question, just another thing. At the very least, what it will tell you, let's say you don't want that encounter table shared with your players, right? But you'll still get the benefit of this will alert you when there is an update to the encounter tables module. So at least that way you'll know that, oh, it's time to go update that thing that I don't want to share.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's good for everybody to kind of
know so what you would do, like let's say you're running Unknown Whom, right? What you would do is make sure you got the latest copy of it, which that doesn't get updated very often, if ever, but it did recently. You'd have it, Unknown Whom, and then you'd unload it and then just load it here. That way the players wouldn't see it, but you would. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Super cool. This is really neat.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. We should add that to the help info file. We should add that in there about that.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay. What else, everybody?
All right. From Pave the World. Sorry, Rob.
Go ahead.
When you publish new mods, will they just appear in this listing after an update?
Mm-hmm. So, let's just take a look at something. Let's say, let's go here to, I'm going to bring this over. I'm going to bring a spreadsheet across. So let's see, let's go right here like this. So let's look at Rob Twohy's production individually as a person, just by himself. 2016, I did 14 things. 2017, 10. 16, 3, 2. Last year, nothing. This year, nothing. So should the day come that I actually do something, then yes, what would happen is, if you went to the Dungeon Masters Guild and purchased it, you would then download it into your folder here, and then it would then appear here. Now I have to make that happen, but that's just magic behind the scenes. I just do my little magic thing back here that we're never going to discuss with anybody how that works because of many reasons. But same thing when I do an update. I have to actually, like if I update the spell codings, I have to go for metaphorical purposes, flip a switch, and then this thing gets a hold of it and says, okay, that needs to be updated. So yeah, that's how that happens. And that's sort of the purpose of this is you don't need to ask me. You don't need to check DM's Guild. If something gets updated, that's one of these 50 things, or if I add a 51st thing, it'll just be here and it'll show it to you. And even if you don't own it, it'll show on the list, and then it'll say, owned. No. Oh, but here's the link. And do I want to go to the link and buy it? Yeah, I want to go to the link and buy it. Whatever, that kind of thing. So this should prevent altogether the question of, hey Rob, what's new and what's been updated? I should never get that question again, except for of course from people who do not buy this from the Forge when it populates tomorrow. Well, and I'm not expecting every single person to buy it, but believe me, I've been getting this question for years, so now we've got a little solution here thanks to the genius of genius. I say it that way because it's funny. Mad Nomad, and also I don't think Matakiri's here right now, but he gave a little assistance to Mad Nomad. So yeah, so there you go.
Matakiri advice is always
right. So it says I've done 45 things, but that must be wrong because didn't we say there were 50? Oh well, no, that's not true. Hold on, there maybe isn't 50. Sorry, there's not 50 because I didn't include like the OGL and original stuff, so maybe there's only 45. So there's not 40. There's not 50. There's 45. And I know I'm going to get the question: what does OGL? What's original? What's revamped? So if you buy this from the DM's Guild, you get 3 versions of it. Like the monster tables, let's say you get the OGL version, which means you can run it just with the SRD stuff. You get the original version before I went crazy with it and added a bunch of stuff. And then you get the revamped version, which is the newer one. But the only one, anybody who's running Unity and who's keeping up with stuff and who's DMing, they're only going to give a crap about the revamped versions. And, it's the same thing about when we added locked to all the old files. When we went and added the word locked, like this, I get questions on that all the time. Like, what does that mean, locked? That's just a version of the file that is locked, meaning never going to be updated ever again, and was frozen in time on June 24th, 2021, because it's for use in Classic only. And when people come into my Discord and ask, hey, what's with locked? What's the deal with that? I don't even answer the question. I just go, refer to the pinned messages, and it talks about locked and what it means there. So I try to do the best I can to A, inform people, and B, make it so that I don't have to keep answering the same question 50,000 times. There's also a FAQ in my Discord. It's not very long, but same questions I get over and 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 over.
It definitely does help now that it got renamed, though. That definitely helped me.
Yeah.
To see it, anyways.
Right. All right. Okay. What else, everybody?
All right. There's 2 more questions, I think. I'm trying to keep track of all of them. I stopped pasting them like a dummy, so this is my own fault. Okay, so from Yasera Enemy, is it better for you, Rob, for customers to buy via the Forge or DM's Guild? And if you don't mind, I think I can answer this question.
Okay.
So everything that is on the Forge that was once on the DM's Guild is technically no longer purchasable on the DM's Guild. The only reason some people have some things on the DM's Guild that are also on the Forge is because they bought them when they were available on the DM's Guild, but they are no longer available on the DM's Guild. But in general, nothing is duplicated between those two sites anymore. So you can't, for example, buy Critically Awesome Essentials in both sites or whatever.
Yes, that
makes any sense.
That was an excellent answer and a complete answer. And the most important part of the answer was the last part, which is there's nothing you can duplicate on either. It's either available on the DM's Guild or the Forge, but that's now. Mm-hmm. And again, if you go to my Discord and go to the general chat and click on the pinned messages, that's not only explained, there's a video. What's the deal with the Forge? Here, I'll put it in the chat. For those of you, I know most of you have already watched it, but if you want to watch that, it's just like 6 minutes or something. And it explains exactly what happened. You know, because for those of you that don't know, way back in July of 20, or was it 21? I don't even know how years blend together now. But we were mandated by the lawyers at WotC, who aren't gamers, they're just lawyers, and they freaked out by the word extension because of what Foundry VTT was doing in their community, was stealing Wizards of the Coast intellectual property. And it was a big story. And they made us move certain extensions from the DM's Guild to the Forge. And it pushed the creation of the Forge, because the Forge was always going to be created, like ever since the beginning of the time. It just wasn't a priority for Smiteworks, but this made it a priority, so they got it done. Then they only selected like certain ones, so you know we had to move like 19 of them over, and including most of Mad Nomad's, if not all of Mad Nomad's stuff, and some of Diablo Bob's and some of Mad Akira. You know what I mean? Like it was a nitpicky thing, and it's funny because 3 times since that has happened, I've emailed the DM's Guild and I said, there's a lot of confusion among people. Customers are pissed off. They want to know why they can get updates on the Forge automatically with their extensions, but they can't get it from DM's Guild. They got to go download it, and half the stuff they own's over there, and half the stuff, and they're pissed. And I said, can we just wholesale move every extension from the DM's Guild over to the Forge and just make it easy for everybody? And they said, absolutely not. You cannot do that. So, and I've asked 3 times so far, and the most recent time, I wait 6 months before I ask again. But the most recent time I asked was about maybe around mid-April. And they said, instead of giving me a hard no, they said, we'll look into that. So it may be, I'm giving it like a 3% chance of happening anytime soon. But I know there's a lot of confusion out there because you guys aren't the ones making this. Those of us who make these materials, we have a very specified and hardcore knowledge of how this all works. And we get it that as customers, you guys don't really understand that, but we're trying to do the best we can to explain it to you. But a lot of it is bureaucracy and bullshit, just to be honest with you. So, I mean, it is, I hate this phrase so much, but it's very apropos here. It is what it is. And so, we try to do the best we can. But yeah, what Robin said is very true. You cannot purchase anything currently on both platforms. It's either or. The only crossbreeding that takes place is if someone bought something way long time ago that's on DM's Guild and it's now currently on the Forge. If you want it on the Forge and you want to get the automatic updates, you have to re-buy it. But you don't have to do that, because anything that's on the DM's Guild hidden in the background, and even though it's not for sale anymore, you can still go to your library, right? My library page right here. And it will still be there, and we update both places. So if it gets updated, if it got moved to the Forge, we update it in both places. So you'll always have an updated copy on the DM's Guild. You don't have to rebuy it unless you want to. And I know that always raises the question, well, can't you know that I have it on DM's Guild and just give me a free copy on the Forge? No, we can't. And it's a long, hard explanation as to why we can't do that, but no, we can't. So.
More questions.
More questions.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Diablo Bob wants to know if this product that we showcase tonight will be vaulted on the Forge.
Absolutely.
Yes. There's your answer. Okay, and then Caesar had a question. If I repurchase an extension file on the Forge, how can I stop seeing the updated version on my DM's Guild library so I don't have two in my extensions folder?
Ooh, I know the
So
answer
I
to
think you
that.
can like archive them, right? On
Yeah,
DM's
there's an
Guild?
archive button. Yeah, it looks like a little
Filing
looks like a
box?
little storage box. Yeah.
I think the problem with that, them choosing this icon for iconography is so important, you guys. Most people who are under the age of like 30 aren't going to know what these filing boxes are. They're not that common.
So I'm going to be real honest here.
Generation.
I know the delete garbage can. I never even noticed that this archive thing was here. I just thought, without paying strict attention, I just thought this whole thing was like a delete thing. I did. I didn't even.
So what happens here is if you do choose to archive something, it basically puts it, where you won't see it unless you're looking at your archived products. So when you're looking here, as Rob is on this screen, he is displaying everything that he's ever bought. But if he was to archive some things, they would go away from this screen in particular, and you can really like narrow down the things that you want to see updates for, basically.
Yeah, and am I going to go through 1,400?
I mean, you should, Rob. You really should.
I should.
But
well, so here's
that's on you.
And why do I have 1,400? So I have mine now. Is an entry does this count as 2 entries or just 1? I wonder. I don't know. Anyway,
that's just one.
Okay.
So each like product, even if it has like several files as part of that product, if you archive, for example, if you archive Critically Awesome Essentials and one-click Druid, all of those things that fall under that product will be archived.
Hey, I archived one product. And you want to know what? That's probably a slip of the... I'd probably dismiss...
And you can easily unarchive
Yeah, you can unarchive it right here. So the reason I have so many, everybody, is not only my stuff that I've made, but you realize that like every adventure that I converted or whatever, they gave me a copy of it. So then so that's double. So that accounts for about like 800 and stuff. And then I've bought some stuff and, whatever. There's a lot of stuff.
They need to choose a different icon though. Like it really irks me that they...
And you can still... Can't you go to the old... Maybe they took that away. Oh, this is the beta. Wasn't there a thing that said use old... Oh, click here to return to the old interface, which, by the way, when you click on it, I don't see that it's much different. But, yeah, the DM's Guild, for those of you that have paid too much, hydrate, let's everybody drink some water. For those of you that have watched my show for a long time or know me personally or have talked to me, and I've, as much as I love the DM's Guild, I haven't love-hate relationship, but I've complained so much about it because some of the way they do stuff, and it's not really DM's Guild, it's One Bookshelf, right? It's the parent company. They just do stuff all backwards and crazy. And their iconography sucks, Robin.
It does. I'm such a stickler for this kind of stuff, like web interfaces and like book iconography too, because everybody knows I'm such a book snob. But things like this really bother me because you need good readability, especially on websites, man. It's so important. But anyway,
Fantasy Grounds Academy. Oh, by the way, I gave it to Leroon as well, Mad Nomad, and he tested it and said he didn't have any issues with it. So, by the way,
cool.
Yeah. So this is the old version. I don't really see the difference between.
It looks the same.
It looks the same. So, all right. Any more questions?
I don't think I saw any, but if you're listening and I missed your question, please retype them. I'm a human, so I'm like just scanning chat and trying to copy paste them into our little Discord. But if I missed your question, please feel free to retype it, and I'm sorry.
Meanwhile,
we're totally happy that you're here tonight, keeping track of all that, Robin. Thank you.
Go ahead, man.
It's the only thing I'm good for.
In your knowledge.
Well, that's debatable, but...
So I just wanted to get out there with a disclaimer, Rob. Like, I mean, like you said, there's like 40 something modules in here, and like I'm sure that something is not going to work perfectly. With this, we haven't had a chance to test all these modules and all the links and everything. So don't freak out if you run into something. We'll figure out a solution. Just let us know.
Yeah, that's the good thing about having something like the Forge is we can just publish a fix, and once it gets approved, when I publish fixes, those are immediate. Those get approved right away. That we don't have to wait like a day. They just get in there right away. So let's check and see if I got an email yet. Maybe they're watching the show, and maybe someone at Smiteworks is watching the show, and they're like, "Hey, I'll approve that right now." Let's find out. No, it's not.
You think somebody from Smiteworks watches your show?
I know Josh does. And I know Super
Yeah,
Teddy
I've seen
does.
Josh around sometimes.
Yeah, but nobody's here right now, probably.
Matt, I just want to say you make some of the most helpful shit for Fantasy Grounds. This is so like cool, and I see it being like super fucking useful. So
yeah. P.S. Everyone, let me just
awesome.
Let me just do a little extra shout out here. Here's what you do. You go to shop, right? You go to the Forge and you go to shop. And let me just make sure because I own a lot of this stuff. You just go here and you type in Mad Nomad. Right? And then just go down the list and click buy. Just fucking do it, everybody. Buy. Don't even look at it. I
absolutely love the player journal too.
Oh, me too. I was just gonna say that.
Wonderful. Yeah.
It's my favorite. Like, and Drake knows because I use it in the game that I play in Drake's game, and for my character, especially when I was like playing a wizard who was like super, always wanting to take notes of everything. Like the journal is my favorite. I freaking love it. It's so good.
Here, I'm gonna put this link in the chat. You won't have to even do that. Just here. So Mad Nomad, if you click on that link, you'll get all his stuff here. Just buy everything. Don't even read it. Don't even read it. Just buy it. You don't even need to know. Just buy everything. Just trust me. Your Fantasy Grounds will be...
Oh, there's a new one I don't have.
I was looking. I was like, wait a minute.
I was like, wait,
there was a couple ones in there. I gotta get them.
I haven't messed with the animated combat though. That one's the shake and the blood splatters and all that. I haven't.
Okay.
That one's cool too. Yeah, I saw one with like consumable items. What is that one? Mad Nomad? I don't have that.
Oh wait, that shaking thing with the blood splatters. That's you. Oh my god, it almost gave me a heart attack. Because
I don't have to have a disclaimer on there. I don't know if I can get sued.
Yeah, you should put what they do on like Netflix when you watch Stranger Things. Like some viewers may experience, but the
scroll some more. Scroll.
McClancy, our Friday night DM, he put that in and didn't tell us. So then I go crit somebody and I fucking almost fucking died. It was crazy. Because the whole screen shakes and a big blood splatter comes up on the screen. It's pretty fantastic. And you can set that. You can turn it off or you can make it minor or whatever. You don't have to be freaked out by it all the time if you don't want to be. But all right, let's see. Oh, here we go.
I appreciate the plug, but it's always great to do these collaborations with you two, Rob. So this has been a fun project to work on you with.
Cool, and I'm so glad you did it. Redeem Street Cam, so it's not coming down as hard. As a matter of fact, here's a little dry patch right here. Here, let's make that full screen. Let's not skimp. So here's the fire hydrant. Here's Sven. Sven, you guys know Svenster77. He mows my lawn. He does a great job. Mm-hmm. Oh yes, I give him money. He does this lawn, and then I don't know who this is. Get out of my neighborhood. Don't park on the street.
That's a sketchy vehicle right there.
That's sketch right there, big time. People that have the tire exposed on the back and doesn't have a cover for it, I don't like it.
Did you just say Sven mows your lawn?
Yeah, Sven does mow my lawn.
Nice
so he comes over. No, it's not nice of him. I give him money. So Sven and this other guy you guys don't know, friend of mine in town here where I live, Graham. Those two guys come over on Wednesdays and we play. I'm often rushing to get to Gloomhaven because we game from noon to 6 and then Gloomhaven's at 6:30. So they come over every Wednesday and play games in my gaming room in the garage, which by the way I can show everybody right now in the garage. Well, the car's blocking it, but and then he comes a little early now and mows my lawn. And how that happened was so behind the car there's a big table right here. You can't see it, and This is all my eBay auctions stacked up right here. This is all. I got like 200. I'm not even kidding. I have 200 eBay auctions. You guys think I'm joking? You guys think 200 is a made up number? You guys think I'm rounding? No, I have exactly 200 eBay auctions right now. Go buy shit, everybody.
How many have you actually sold?
So I keep adding, but I started in December and I've sold probably 40 or 50 things. So
so it's a project then.
Yeah, it's a project. Okay. But I've got stuff. I mean, I've got like, the 1994 TV guide of Star Trek: The Next. This is a collector's item. But I'm not, I'm old now. I don't need to have my comic books and all. I don't have those attachments to that anymore. So I need a young person or a super old person, older than me, who's a hardcore collector to have a good home. And like, there's the here, this, by the way, Mad Nomad, this is what happens on every show. I don't know if you know this.
Well, okay, wait, before you go too far down the rabbit hole, there was one last question for Mad Nomad, which he can only answer if he's familiar with another extension. But, so Mad Nomad, are you familiar with an extension called Player Journal 2? And how is your Player Journal extension different from that one?
Yeah, that is mine.
Oh, they're both yours. Well, then, can you explain the difference?
I think that's just a confusion. I mean, I've got Player Journal 1 and Player Journal 2. Basically, the original Player Journal, which was published a long time ago as part of Character Sheet Tweaks.
Right.
And then Player Journal 2 is just the upgraded version of that that's completely rewritten and has all the features.
Oh.
I don't know if that's when you were talking about Robin or not. I assume that's when you were talking about.
Okay, cool. So hopefully that answers your question. I didn't realize you did two versions. I thought there was just like the one that you separated from the Character Sheet Tweaks extension as a whole, and that was the one you could get separately.
No, it's all other one. Yeah, go look at that. It'll blow your mind.
Okay, cool. Then, all right, good to know.
Yeah, the keyword's going to be Rob gives away too many things. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, no. So we're going to give away one of these. By the way, this is going to be $10, everybody that wants this, because it's quite extensive and program heavy and also worth it. Drake said he would pay $25. So I'm going to give away one of these. Now, keep in mind, if you win this, you're not going to get it right away because it's actually, I can't award it to you through the Forge until they publish it, right? So you might get it tomorrow. But let's do a keyword. Drake, what do you want the keyword to be?
Amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
Should I spell it right?
My word.
Amazing.
I use that word way too much. Amazing.
Okay, guys, so you have a minute to type it in chat. ! Amazing. And then you'll
Rob
be...
gives too many things away. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, that was funny. And then you'll get entered here, and then I'll pick your name, and then you'll win. You being the person that in the future from 40 seconds from now. Oh, it's officially a show. Diablo Bob has entered the contest. He won't win.
And he actually entered.
He won't win.
I'll laugh if he wins. That'd be great.
If he...
Now, I think it was Thelgor before the show had asked, he'd asked a question about something else. Feel free to ask that now. I forget what it even was. But
I definitely missed that. If it was
no, and I told him, I said, when we're done, just remember to ask it again. So Thelgor, go ahead. I believe that was you. Ask your question, and we will endeavor to give you an answer on that. Diablo Bob, hashtag, why do I try? Oh, random quest generator example. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Okay. By the way, Mad Nomad, I don't know if you're pressed for time. You're welcome to stay, but if you have to take off, I think we don't need to bother you anymore. But if you don't have to go, please hang out. Pick a winner. Oh my God! Oh!
Just go to the spreadsheet right now and put that on there.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, they're going to think this is rigged now. That's impossible.
Right.
That's just too funny.
Happened any better.
They have ways to detect surprise.
So take that all
totally
you need.
Surprised.
So for those that don't know, Bob I don't think has ever won a prize except for he did win on May 8th when we gave a prize to everybody. So he won that day. But also thank you to Bane TCB.
The world must be ending.
Yeah, the world's ending. The world's ending. So for those of you that don't watch the show every week, this is like a big joke that Diablo Bob always enters and he never wins. And there it is, everybody. All right, so good enough. So
you won something that you can't have yet.
That's right. Yeah, you only win when shit isn't available. That's actually he does have a copy of it because we gave it to him to test, but now he'll have an official copy that gets updated. So that's good.
Coming to a Fantasy Grounds Forge near you very soon.
So let's do the.
So he won something he was already given. Yeah. Cool. Nice.
Our newest team member Tack, who will come on the show eventually when he has a couple more things, but he's done a couple things, and Thilgor is asking to see them. So he did the background generator, which I believe we even showed last week. But here, the random quest generator. Okay, this is a module, everybody. It's available on the DMs Guild. Here, I'll get everybody the link so they can... random quest generator should be here, right? Fantasy Grounds random quest generator. Yeah, okay, so here's the module that we're going to be talking about here for a second, everybody. There it is right there. Oh my God, the new affiliate. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let me take time out here for a second.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm putting a link in the chat right now, everybody, and this is the link. We'll get to this in a second. Thank you, Leroon. Thank you so much. So, the link I put in the chat. What?
Is the Fantasy Grounds.
Oh yeah, never mind. Not that link, everybody. Fuck that link. Don't go to that link. Go to this link. God damn it. So if you go to this link, this is the Fantasy Grounds affiliate program. So you guys, most of you guys already know that the DMs Guild has an affiliate program. Even if you don't publish anything on the DMs Guild, it's like Amazon. You can send people to buy my stuff or to buy stuff that you like, or send your friends to buy something on the DMs Guild that you like, and you can get 5% commission. And you can do, and if you guys want to know how to do that with my DMs Guild stuff, just let me know and I'll help you. But now you can do it. As of yesterday, you can do it with Fantasy Grounds. So let me post the correct link again. Go to this link, right? And
that's fancy.
This link will take you to this page. You can sign up for it. It's free. All you need is your name, email, password, PayPal email so you can get paid, and then your tax ID. If you don't have a tax ID, it's just your social. And you start doing it, and then here's what that'll look like when you get signed in. It'll look like this. So you can go here. Now I haven't sold anything yet because I just did this like hours ago, but you can go to marketing tools, and you can. Oh yeah, I gotta sign in. Well, whatever. Yeah, it does. The one thing it does is it'll kick your ass out. It'll kick you out every few hours. It doesn't keep an active connection. All right, so marketing tools. You can do banners, whatever. You can, and it'll give you reporting. It'll tell you how many clicks you've had and how many people have bought stuff, whatever. So yeah. But the point is that you can earn 5% commission with anybody that you send a referral link to within 60 days. So for example, let's pick one of my links. Here's a link to this is a link to just my here, actually, if I type Forge in the chat, it should be that link. Yes. So if you click on that link, did that get changed? I don't know. No, it didn't. Okay. My bad. I got to change that. So let me just stop stumbling over myself. So if I go to that link, see how the link is affiliatesfantasygrounds.com/my number, this number, that number, URL, whatever. But if I hit enter, it goes there and it just changes it. And that's my Forge page. And it changes it to the URL. But if I purchase anything here, I get 5%. So you guys can do that. So I'm just saying, just sign up.
So I have a question about this because DM's Guild never gave me an affiliate thing because you have to apply for it. Whatever. Okay, I'm not.
No. So yeah. So
Well, hang on. Okay,
go
so
ahead.
if I get a Forge affiliate code, whatever, and say in the future I make like a YouTube video and I'm like, look how cool this extension is, and you can get it on the Forge, even if it's not my product, but I use my affiliate code, and then I'm like, check the link in the description of my video down here, whatever. And then people click the link from a YouTube video, not for my product, but for somebody else's product, and they go and buy it. Do I get the 5%? Is that how it works?
That's absolutely the whole point of the thing. Yeah.
Okay, it's confusing because like when you're a creator, obviously you want like affiliate links for all of your own products. I just didn't I guess I just never understood how it works if you're hyping up other people's shit. Do they get the 5% or do you get the 5%? It's confusing to me.
No.
But
So
okay.
this whole thing started with. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it didn't start with Amazon in the '90s, but it was popularized by Amazon. So there are people who make their entire living just selling Amazon products and taking the commission because they make a bunch of website splash pages and they make videos and they make blogs. And you've seen it. You everybody who's watching, everybody who can hear my voice right now, you've seen it even if you don't know you've seen it. Everything on the internet, like if there's a product, it's like click here and then you click on it and then you go buy the set of plates on Amazon and then that person gets a percentage that sent you there. So I've been bugging Fantasy Smiteworks to do this since I started like 6 years ago, and Doug was like, "Yeah, it's always been a good idea, but we never took time to." And if you look closely, he really didn't do anything. He just there's a site, there's OSI affiliate software that sort of facilitates this for him.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
But right, so it is cool.
Okay, so I can like hawk other people's shit and talk about how cool it is and be like, go buy Mad Nomad's newest thing or whatever. And I can put my affiliate link on it. If people use that, then I get the kickback.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yep.
Not only that, so that's this link, right? So like I signed up. I don't want people to think this is. I mean, it's not a scam. It's a legitimate thing that Fantasy Grounds started yesterday. That if you go send somebody, like say you're like, hey, you should buy the player's handbook on Fantasy Grounds, and you send that person with your link to the thing, and they go buy the player's handbook, you get 5%, right? So it's crazy. But not only that,
it's advertising.
Yeah, and you get, and if you sign, so there's two links here. There's the link to send somebody to buy something, and then there's this link, which is the one I want everybody to go to sign up, and then anything that person sells, they get 5%, you get 1% if you signed them up. So like I have 10 people. I'm not going to click on it because it shows their emails, but I have 10 people that have signed up under me already because I posted this in my Discord and I posted it on Facebook and I posted it in Twitter, and now I'm telling people here because Leroon reminded me. So there you go. So it's just awesome, and everybody should do it. So, but I'll say this again. I'm going to repeat this because this is the most important part. You do not have to be a creator. All you're doing is signing up for this to hawk other people's shit or your own stuff and make money. It's the same as Amazon. It's the same as DM's Guild. It's the same as any other affiliate program out there. It's just that this one started yesterday. So get on it. Get on it, everybody.
And it's not like a get rich quick or anything like that. Like you actually have to get people to click the links and buy the thing.
Right. Like I'll give everybody an example of
set up. You gotta, it's not like there's some effort on your part. It's not.
Yeah, you got to go through and set. So here, I'll show everybody my this is the DM's Guild one, right? So I'm going to run the report from the June 1st to today, and this will show, so I've made $9 in the last 5 days on DM's Guild. And then, so in the area, you can look and see what people ordered, like, and it tells you what they ordered and everything. So it works similar to that. So, but I just ran the report for all time. How much money have I made selling stuff on DM's Guild? Not selling stuff, but just getting the affiliate since the beginning of time, $4,000. Nice. So,
3,000 of it was in the last couple of years.
Yeah. So plus DM's Guild does 5%, but they recently boosted me to 8. So they if you do a lot, they give you more, and I actually I don't really know how that works, but I went up to 8% a few months ago. But yeah, so as Robin said, not a get rich quick, but hey, an extra cup of coffee, an extra whatever per month. I mean, and it can start adding up real fast, But
like a new D&D book every few months, or whatever, depending on how. Like if you already have the platform, you're already a YouTuber or Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Something like this could be really good for you.
Let me just say this: this is gaming the system, but it's completely legit. Not only if you never ever do any sales, just get your own affiliate link and then use it to go buy stuff when you buy stuff and save 5%. I mean, what I'm saying?
Somebody said in chat that wouldn't work.
It doesn't work?
Like your own affiliate code, I assume, probably won't work when you make a purchase. It was
Boo!
Who said that in chat? Somebody said it in chat. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, there's going to be... Yeah, Leroon's already saying people on Reddit it's a pyramid scheme. It's not a fucking pyramid scheme. It's an affiliate program. Are you saying that Amazon affiliate program is a pyramid scheme? No.
Oh, Tack was saying that it will not work that way.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe, they... Well, it's like whenever I give away a module, I can't give away I have to have Fury buy it and then I have to pay her back because I can't give away my own. I don't know. It's a weird... in other words, you can't gift. You know how you can gift stuff in the Smiteworks store that you purchase within 7 days? They made it so you can't do that if you purchased it as one of the bundles. Like if you got a discount, you can't gift it. Because that's what I was doing. All right, so good. Thank you, Tack.
They should just, if you want to gift it, automatically charge full price. I mean, that seems
right. That would be a way to make it legit. Absolutely. All right, so let's see. Oh my God, I have 13. All right.
I was gonna say, do you not see your notifications there? That was driving me crazy.
Which was?
Look at all the notifications.
Your DM Guild notifications.
Oh, shall we go look at them? That's fun.
No, you don't have to.
Let's look at them, Robin. I'm gonna look at them. So first of all,
it's all comp.
But some of them. So like I've read these comments already.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a review, I'm gonna leave it because I want to respond. But a comment, I've already read all these comments, so we can get rid of half of these. Delete. Now these free digital copies, I bet I've already. Yeah. Okay. So that's Tax thing that I gave myself. All right. This thing, because I give myself a copy of everything that anybody makes. Right. This is okay. Already. Yep. Did that. Mm-hmm. Did this. Caught in a wizard's web. Mm-hmm. Solo adventure. That's being worked on right now. There's another solo adventure coming, everybody. And then this one is...
I need to play those one day.
They're really fun.
Solo adventure.
Magic goes wrong. Okay. So, let's go look at the review. Somebody gave a 2-star review. How dare they? Oh, and I already said thanks for... Okay, so I'm done. So that was 13 unread, but look, now it's all just... from, delete. Now it's all clean. Thank you.
Yay.
Now, what about these, Robin? What about these?
Yeah, that...
It bugs me. But I can't. I don't want to... Okay, so, sorry, Thelgor. Thelgor's like, yeah, I fell asleep already. So, random quest generator, everybody. This is our newest Team Twohy member, Tack.
I forgot.
Has made this. And he has the instructions in the reference manual here. And what this is it's a table. It's a set of tables, actually. And what this will do is it'll just give you we'll run 3 examples. So, and I can actually watch this. It'll populate in a story. I can just boom, 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 and it'll just do them all. So it's creating a random quest for you. And
oh, this is so cool.
Oh wait, you know what? It's coincidentally it did little ones. Let me try and get one that's a little more involved.
This is stuff that's so up my alley. I love this shit so much.
Now, why it didn't give the encounters, I don't know. Oh, Tack, are you watching? Did that make a mistake? Okay. Maybe I'm trying to...
Are you supposed to have certain books?
Oh my God, yes, stupid. Okay, so here...
Rob.
Dumb. Watch this.
This guy.
RF.
Watch this.
How do you say
where does it say it? Where does it say
important information?
Disclosure. No, this module uses tables found in Player's Handbook, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, And it also uses Dungeon Master Guide. So, and it tells you it won't work unless you. I'm so stupid. All right, so let me go and open those. Okay.
Read the fucking manual, Rob.
RTFM. Okay, Player's Handbook. Right?
I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Man, I've missed so many opportunities to make my own, like, this kind of stuff, but everybody else is already making it, so I'll just buy it. It's great.
But Robin, it doesn't mean you can't still do it.
No. It's fine.
You know, I'm always trying.
Like, this stuff requires so much fucking work. I have such little free time. Ugh.
Yeah, Tax said there's
awesome.
a Dungeon Master's Guide is so big, you guys.
Mm-hmm. That's what she said.
What your prom date said, Rob.
No, my prom date actually didn't say the Dungeon Masters. It only works if it's a sex thing.
She said your Dungeon Master Guide's so big.
Okay, so once that's open, then I can do it. And it even now, see, that's what my prom date said. That's what I said to my prom date. Once that's open, then I can do it. See, it's got to work. It's got to be.
You can do it, Rob.
You guys have to. You have to.
I believe.
You have to have. 40 years of nuancing that joke to make it work.
Okay, now roll the table.
Yeah.
Do it. Roll the table.
And also, I want to say, where did he put in here? I just want to say he put it in here somewhere. Oh, I could have sworn it was in here. Maybe it's on the description on the DMs Guild. It says this you'll never get the same one because it's 2.07 to the 20 millionth power or whatever. You'll never get the same one. I don't remember what it is. All right, here we go. So here, let me show the tables. I know you're excited, Robin. You're excited.
I'm so excited. You didn't even understand. So I made just slight tangent. I took every product that I own personally that has magic items in it. So like Dungeon Master's Guide, like all the Kobold Press shit, whatever. Fucking everything. And I made my own like loot tables that are so in depth. Like if I have a player that only wears leather armor, I can roll a table specifically that rolls only all of the leather armors. And I can further go by like rarity or it's crazy. But yeah, so I love like this nested table stuff. It's one of my favorite features of Fantasy Grounds.
Nested tables are pretty powerful.
Showcases the power of these, like this as an option, is amazing.
Right. So this is gonna roll. It's gonna roll a D11, and it's gonna choose the biome. Right. It's gonna be swamp, underdark, whatever the hell. Then it's gonna roll a main quest on this table here, and then depending on what it is, it's gonna roll on the Arctic encounter, coastal encounter, desert, like that. So then here's how it works. And it's going to put it in a story entry. You can change it to be in the chat, but why would you? So now it's going to be a full thing. It's not going to be this skimpy thing it was before. So the location of the quest leads to an Arctic wasteland. Kill quest. The players must go kill something. A dangerous and protected person whom the NPC owes money to or items. And they're here to collect. A total of 2 encounters, level 2 level 1 through 4, 5 through 10, 11 through 16, 17 through 20. So it's going to break these down. So now it's already rolled all these encounters. So 1d3 manticores, boom. 2d8 tribal warriors, boom. 2d4 berserkers, boom. It does it. It's all done. It's done. And that's why you need these books open, because it builds these encounters for you. And then you just go, hey, let's do the one rock. Let's do that one. And then you say, add to the encounter thing. And then why didn't that work? I don't know. I did it wrong. Something happened. Oh, and if you want the XP, but this is a Fantasy Grounds thing. You have to open it and recalculate it like that. You have to go like that. Like that. Wait, why doesn't it work? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, so the rock is from some book that I don't have open. Okay, well, that was a bad choice to make. So, yeah, Tack, you got to check that. The rock comes from some book, but Frost Giants, let's do that one. Generate. Also Frost Giant. Well, what the hell? Did I open the wrong? It's probably me, you guys. I opened the wrong thing.
You might need the Monsters Manual open because all these are...
Oh, so yeah, I got to add the Monster Manual then, everybody.
That makes sense.
So
Tack, does this pull monsters from any other sources or just Monster Manual only?
I thought it was Xanathar's only, but...
Oh, Xanathar.
But then Monster Manual probably just... I mean, that's a
then
mental
probably
oversight.
just WotC monsters. See, I would go into this and like add all the Kobold Press monster books to it
So
because I'm
there's
a
your
glutton for punishment.
there's your 2d8 Frost Giants done.
So cool.
Menu. Delete. All non-friendly. And then you can open it and get the XP. Boom. Holy moly.
CR22.
That's obviously for the high for the 17 through 20. But anyway, so just random stuff, everybody, and it's on the DM's Guild. And I'll show you. Did I show everybody? Or did I go show right here on the DM's Guild? I forgot. Go sign up for the affiliate program. See, it's already logged me out.
That's so cool. I'm gonna buy it.
I gotta start closing some of these windows. Ooh, we can do this. Fury said she was gonna be in the chat. Don't think I saw her.
I saw her.
Oh, did you?
She was
Okay.
chatting earlier, yeah.
Hey, if you want to watch the NFL rulebook on video, it's got everything. It's just pretty cool.
You football boo.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
Watch a real sport, like baseball.
Baseball. Stand around and wait. Oh, a guy hit something once per game. Yeah, it's fun.
Fight me.
No, baseball's fine. I like baseball.
I love baseball. It's superior to football in like every fucking way.
No.
Yeah.
The strategy of baseball is hit the ball, don't get caught. That's the entire strategy. Pitching
football
maybe.
is dudes wearing tight pants running around jumping on each other.
And you don't like that?
Hard pass. Yeah. Hard pass.
Mutation, you're wrong because it's ROBYN.
It's fine. My whole life is everybody spelling my name wrong.
And why am I spelling sensitive with names? That's why.
Twohy.
the H is silent. Okay, Matt. Poor Mad Nomad. He's like, I agreed to be here. What's happening? Are we done? Is that it? So Thelgor, there you go. Buy it. It's awesome.
That was awesome.
Thanks
for showing that.
Tack is our. I'm not going to say how old he is, but he's our youngest team member. He's brand new. He's gonna make.
What a great show! You got the Mad Nomad thing, you got the affiliate thing, and you got the quest thing.
I didn't know Mad Nomad was Jewish. Mad Nomad. Is that what you called him? That's the same. That's the same joke I do about my favorite Jewish superheroes. Jacob Spiderman and Herschel Ironman. Those are my favorite.
Oh my god.
My favorite Jewish superheroes. I love it.
I was so informed. I didn't know I was going to be learning so much as well.
Right? See?
Yeah.
You come to this show, there's learning and there's shenanigans. So Tack will get that fixed, everybody. He'll get the sources that are. It's probably just the monster manual is all he needs to add to that.
Tack said you can reveal how old he is.
Does anybody want to guess?
23.
Okay, there's two guesses. So Tack happens to be the son of one of our biggest fans, BR Gemmet. He is 18.
I was so close.
Zayshawn, 16. No, if he was 16, I wouldn't be allowing him to be.
I was gonna say, can you like conduct monetary business on the internet if you're not?
I had to make sure he was 18 at least because like you have to like nobody reads it, but if you come to my Discord server right at the welcome, it says some here it says
I don't know mutation. I don't know.
Please be 18 somewhere. I don't know where it says.
In different states though.
I don't know where it says it.
Because like my son asked me a long time ago if he could make a YouTube channel and like do YouTube, and I don't know if it's like YouTube's rules or what, but like he wasn't old enough.
You have to be 13, I think.
But to have a monetized channel, you have to be older than 13.
So you're supposed to, by the way, according to YouTube's terms of service, you're not even allowed to look at YouTube unless you're 13.
Right.
Which is.
But nobody obeys.
No, but yeah. But my friend who has
on the internet.
my friend who has a mentally disabled child.
You should. Chat.
He loved YouTube, and then but he's autistic, right? So all my friend had to do was tell him, "Hey, John, look at what it says right here. You have to be 13 years old." So he gets the calendar. April 28th. 2027, April 28th, 2027, and now every day he locked into it, and he's like, I'm good. He knows when the date is, and he knows not to do it until then, because because the autistic people are very focused on numbers and dates and rules. Like one cute story about him is that they were in Paris. He and his wife and his son were in Paris, and they were just on vacation. And he had done something wrong, like he didn't hang a towel. He took a shower and the towel hit the floor or something, and he was mortified. And he was gonna throw himself off the second interior balcony of like the mezzanine. And he was going to commit suicide because he's like, oh my God, call the police. And it's just cute that he thought he'd done something so wrong by letting the towel hit the floor or whatever. Yeah.
That's terrible.
It's funny though. They protect him. Now, by the way, he was like 7 or 8 at the time. He's now 12. He's 6 feet tall. He's 12. He's 6 feet tall and weighs 240 pounds.
Damn.
So I used to be Uncle Rob. Now I'm Uncle Rob. Yeah, scary. Like last time when I went to Seattle a couple weeks ago, I was leaving, and his bedroom is on the second floor facing the driveway. So when I'm leaving, I just hear this voice, "Bye, Uncle Rob." And I'm like, oh. I turned around. You can't see him. It's creepy. He's in the window, but you can't see him. I go, bye, John. And he goes, you'll come back tomorrow? And I go, oh no, I'm going back to Spokane. And he just goes, okay. Like, I'm done with you then. If you're not going to be back tomorrow, then I don't need to talk to you. It was hilarious. Anyway, that's the story of my friend's son. Okay. So recap, referral, Rob Twohy, updater, buy shit. That's it. Here's today's sales on the DMs Guild. 176. Haven't seen those kind of numbers for like 3 months. And only yeah.
Why do you think?
I tried to figure it out, and it just breaks my brain.
June 5th sales.
It's like I don't know. People got paid at the beginning of the month on Friday. I don't know what the hell drives these sales. I don't understand how any of it works. So, is that it? Are we done? Is it over?
Are we done? Great show.
Great show.
Baseball's better than football.
Yes, you could totally play D&D while baseball's happening and not miss anything.
Yes. Oh, you're right, Robin. If you're watching a baseball game, you can do 4 other things while you're watching a baseball game.
When I watch baseball, I do nothing but watch baseball. So that's a you problem.
I don't listen. When I was in Phoenix and they were building this stadium for the then called Arizona Diamondbacks, now they're the D-backs, lame. 3 people died. I was like, yes, I'm interested in baseball, because they fell from the top of the thing and died. 3 people.
My God.
Yeah. And so then I tried to get season tickets, but I did have season tickets to the Phoenix Suns, the basketball team, in 92-93, which is when they went to the playoffs. And I saw live Michael Jordan versus Charles Barkley, and then John Paxson killed my dad. Here's the explanation on that. So during Game 6, which was in Phoenix, which the Suns lost and the Bulls won, John Paxson was a player at that time. He sunk a 3-pointer to win the game, and then everybody for like the next 2 weeks, everybody drove around with signs in the back of their cars that said "Fuck you, Paxson." But that was the day my father died. He was an asshole. I don't care. But the story I tell is that John Paxson killed my dad. He was a real dick. God. He stole my college money twice. I've told that story so many times. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
and I thought it was cool that I went to high school with a guy whose older brother pitched for the Cincinnati Reds.
Oh. Do you know who Ryan Sandberg is, Robin?
Yes.
5-time Golden Globe, or 13, whatever. My mom was his second grade teacher, so yeah.
Okay.
And the baseball coach at the grade school said, "This guy's gonna be a real thing." Like, he was playing at like MLB level when he was 12. Yeah,
nice. Well, my sister knew the cousin of his brother's house.
I don't believe any of that because you fumbled on it. I think you're making it up. All right, Outlaw Pinball, everybody. Okay. Mad Nomad and I are going to go watch football. All right, here's the thing. It's over. Is it over? Okay. There's 21. Oh, that's what all that is. That's you guys typing shit in here.
It's your message. She was putting stuff in there.
Right. Okay. So here's the slides, everybody. Here's the thing. Come watch Friday with McClancy. Come watch Saturday with Drake. Come watch Sunday with us. And come watch alternate Wednesdays. Not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. So not the Wednesday that's in 3 days, but the Wednesday that's in 10 days. And then we play Gloomhaven with Furied and Robin and I. And we include the DLC. It's fun. Anything else before we go you guys want to say? And then we'll just end it.
Tired.
All right. Well, that was a good show.
It was a great show. And thank you, Mando Man, for showing us your awesome stuff. And now I know that there's a few other products of yours that I'm missing that I need to go get.
Yeah, agreed. Thank you so much, Namando Mad. I'm sure I'll talk to you in the next 10 minutes when we have to fix something. Other than that, everybody, thanks so much for watching. I'm glad you guys hung out. I'm glad you guys come to the show every week. I really do appreciate the support, as do all of Team Twohy members who, if you're buying our stuff. So just, thanks. And, it's not Christmas or not even 4th of July, but I mean, I'm just thanking everybody. Good gaming, everyone.